I'm Liz Parker, Senior Editor, Candy Industry Magazine. Today we're here with Liz Smiley, Brand Manager for Brach's. Thanks for being here today with us.
Oh, thanks for having me, Liz. So excited to chat today.
To start off, I wanted to see what are some consumer trends or behaviors right now in the hard candy category?
Absolutely. At Brock's, we're continuing to see demand for our hard candies, such as our Star Bright Mints, which are peppermint candies, as well as our hard caramels. And it may not come as a surprise that purchasers of hard candy skew older, but 82% of US adults incited hard candy purchase and 65% consumed hard candy purchased. Hard candy, including candy canes, is more than a $500 million segment within sugar confections, with sales of 692 million in the last year and growing more than 6%. While hard candy continues to shine during the holiday seasons with items such as Brock's Cinnamon Imperials, consumer interest and purchase suggests that consumers are looking for hard candies both seasonally and in everyday occasions.
That makes sense to me. Those are some impressive numbers too.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted also to ask with trends and behaviors, can you talk about like flavors, like buying, consumption occasions, things like that?
For sure. We're trying to keep our finger on the pulse at Brock's. And so we leverage consumer insights, social listening. We want to keep up with what consumers are looking for in consumer trends. So our innovations are inspired by the changing habits of consumers, and we strive to create exciting innovations and offer unique flavor combinations so that you can share them with your family and friends. We know that's important to create connections with consumers, and our innovations kind of aim to bring our fans, both old and new, together to make moments sweeter. When we look at the hard candy flavors themselves, they have remained relatively traditional, focusing mainly on fruit and mint profiles, such as peppermint, lemon, and even cinnamon. But that said, there's opportunity to kind of push beyond that, incorporating alternative elements. I think a really good example of this is our Brock's coffee hard caramels, where we take what you love about a hard caramel, where there's that sort of sweet and creamy flavor profile, but we add coffee and they're just such a match made in heaven with each other. And I think there's opportunity to grow through texture, flavor, and even in ingredient innovation. And specifically zooming in on flavor, I think this is such a great category. And there's a lot of ways that new flavors could bring excitement to the category and kind of just give this a really big opportunity to have consumers explore something new in the hard candy space.
Okay, that sounds good. And you kind of answered my next question, but I will say, how does Brach's keep an eye on emerging consumer taste trends as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that goes back to some of the insights and social listening when we think about we're trying to stay on top of what consumers are looking for and making sure that we are offering things that are relevant within the seasons, they're relevant every day, and so that we're really we're showing up for the consumer in those moments of connection.
Okay. And then are there any notable innovations in hard candy that you've been seeing, either with the Brach's brand or other brands that you've seen on the shelf?
Yeah, absolutely. So while candy canes could technically be viewed as separate from traditional hard candies, it is where we're seeing a lot of innovation on our side, where we're driving innovation. For example, last year, Brock's gave fans a chance to indulge in holiday candies inspired by the main elf food group, so candy, candy corn, candy canes, and maple syrup from the movie Elf. And so in response to that, we released candy canes, swirly twirly gumdrops, our candy cane forest mellow cream, and it was such a fun way to put a new twist on our classic candy canes, where the flavors were inspired by the beloved film, including Buddy the Elf maple syrup, World's Best Cup of Peppermint Hot Cocoa, and cotton candy headed ninny muggins. And I think that just goes back to the flavor development here. We were able to bring, peppermint hot cocoa, maple syrup, cotton candy to consumers in a way that they may have not seen in hard candy or in candy canes previously. And we're also no stranger at Brock's to candy cane innovation, and we're kind of constantly bringing new flavors to the market. In previous years, this is no longer an item in market, but we brought Holiday Heat, our sweet and spicy candy canes, which leaned into, at that time, a really prevalent sweet and spicy desire combination. So we're going to continue as Brock's to bring new products to life and to tap into those trends.
That's definitely interesting because I don't think I've seen like a spicy candy cane, but spicy is definitely like trending right now though, so I could see that doing well.
Yeah, it's a previous item, but I think I'll take that into consideration.
And then I know a lot of other companies are also doing elf partnerships. I don't know if you saw the HelloFresh. They did like a meal kit. It was like a make the spaghetti like he did with the candy on top. It's kind of fun.
Yes, there was a really great collaboration between the Elf property and some CPG companies and different segments of that business.
Yep, definitely. And then do you have any recent Brox launches to share or anything upcoming the rest of the year?
Yeah, so I think the best thing about our Brock's business that's available in the everyday aisle is that some of those things are beloved and they're fan favorites. They've been, around for generations, but we know we always do like to bring something new and exciting that consumers can look forward to every year. So as we get to the later half of this year, we're approaching fall and Halloween and the holiday season. Those are all on the horizon. We'll have some exciting news and innovation to share with you in the coming months. So stay tuned.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out. And then last question, what's your personal favorite Brox product to enjoy?
This is such an easy answer for me because my grandma had a bowl of Brock's Starbright peppermint candy mints on her coffee table my whole childhood. So every time I have one, it's very nostalgic and it brings back a lot of memories that I shared with my grandma. And now my aunt, my mom, myself, we all have a bowl of Brock's Starbright mints on our coffee tables or counters for guests to enjoy, just sort of as a nod to my grandma and just because we genuinely love it and how it sort of all brings up some similar memories with each other.
That's really nice too that you can just kind of keep that going.
Absolutely. I intend to keep it going.
And that's all the time we have for today, but thanks again for being here with us.
Awesome. Thank you, Liz. It was such a pleasure.